Welcome to today's show. The term heartburn is frequently used by doctors and patients alike. However, it usually has nothing to do with the heart. Instead, heartburn is more commonly a symptom of acid reflux. Acid reflux happens when the contents of our stomach, including acid, pushes back up into our esophagus. While prescription and over-the-counter medications can help control acid reflux, there are other non-medicinal ways to prevent and alleviate the symptoms. My name is Joan Omambia, and here's what's ahead on today's program.
Maybe when we are at home, we usually use fire, just leaks a small bit of it, then it cools down.
Bicarbonate of soda in water, you have your alkaline drink, and done. You see, naturally, and it is found in most kitchens. But why wouldn't we not use this one whenever we experience heartburn?
Exposure to secondhand smoke is also linked to heartburn. So you should avoid places where people smoke.
We asked a few people what they know about a heartburn and how they manage it when they experience it. And these were the responses we got.
Heartburns, they depend, yeah. Mine, they are majorly brought by eating beans, maybe, much proteins. So my remedy, I tried milk, didn't work. So mostly I take a bit of Colgate, then eat it up, and then I'm good.
And I had really that terrible problem. And by the time I visited the doctor, and the medication he gave me is only just simple. He gave me some types of fruits I should be taking, and some of the food I should avoid. So that's one of the things. And also he advised me also to be taking water, and also to avoid the junk food, which is harmful for human person or for someone's body.
It comes when I take some kinds of fruits like bananas and potatoes. So it's just a feeling, you feel some heat in your chest, and when I feel it, I am not comfortable with it. So as a remedy, I just take milk and I relax for some time, then it's over.
Maybe when we are at home, we usually use fire, just leaks a small bit of it, then it cools down.
So has it worked for you?
Yeah, it has worked for some times, but now when it persists, then maybe you go for some checkup. Yeah.
Every person reacts somewhat differently to specific food groups. To track what foods worsen your symptoms, keep a food journal. In this journal, you should keep track of what you eat, the time you ate, any activity that worsened or made the heartburn better, and indicate which days you have heartburn symptoms. Over time, you will be able to correlate the offending foods with heartburn events. Ms. Hesperance Deodate, our nutritionist, is here to shed more light on adjustments you can make to your diet to manage a heartburn.
So drinking carbonated drinks weakens the lower esophageal sphincter. Every time you open it from the inside, every time you open belching, every time you open that door vomiting, you are weakening that muscle, and this is a problem. Now, why do carbonated drinks cause this belching? It is because they have carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide gas in carbonated drinks is causing people to belch, and especially because it is not supposed to go inside. Let us look at it this way. We breathe in oxygen, and then several body processes produce this carbon dioxide, and so the body is refusing it. It is removing it. It is a byproduct. It is not allowed inside. I mean, it is not building. It is destroying, and so it is needed out of the system. Now picture yourself taking what the body does not want. You are taking the carbonated drinks, knowing that they are carbonated drinks with a lot of carbon dioxide. Now when you take it in, Now immediately, now the body realizes now that you have given me even more than what I want, although I'm producing a lot of this gas, but now this one, so you remove it belching, and every time you do that, remember you have weakened the esophageal sphincter and you are encouraging the reflux. Now we have some chewing gums which are bicarbonated. These ones are very good, but they are reducing the acid in the esophagus. Yeah, they are clearing the esophagus, yeah, out of the acid. If those ones are available, at least those ones can assist, can aid in clearing, because they're also increasing the salivary production, and saliva is saliva is alkaline. But we have a lot of natural remedies which will have worked very well with the heartburn. I remember those days. It is only that later in life I came to realize that the things that I used to learn or to see my grandmother doing, I did not know they had any scientific proof. I only realized that they were just doing them. And if I mention this, the first thing I used to see my grandmother doing, then you'll also realize that in a certain way, they had realized, they had observed, they had obtained one of the solution for this heartburn. For example, what I'm holding here is just ashes. Now it could be from the charcoal, it could be from the firewood, but what it is, these ashes, those days, if you complained of this the burning sensation, you'll be given the ashes like this and will be told to lick it. You will lick the ashes and I did not know who taught them at all. You saw, after doing a lot of this chemistry and the biochemistry, I just do not know. There are a lot of things that I've come to realize that our parents knew a lot of this chemistry and science, which are agreeing to date, because we know ashes are alkaline. But how did they figure out ashes, burning firewood, the byproduct? How did they think about giving it to a child or a sick person, somebody who is suffering from heartburn? Ashes. So, these are very important aspects of life that we have forgotten, but in natural remedies, when you want to deal with heartburn, ashes. Ashes. Ashes, very much available, and one of those things which will have taken naturally to reduce the acidity from the esophagus, but also to make sure that you do not suffer from the heartburn. There is something else. This is aloe vera plant. Again, I picked this one from those days. I will see this is what my grandmother would have done, but it is agreeing with a lot of those things that are happening now. Inside this aloe vera, there is a jelly. And this jelly, you will have just removed it like this. It is bitter, yes, it is bitter, but highly alkaline. So by removing it like this, and you put it in a glass, because I did not want to put it with a pill, I just wanted the jelly, okay? Because that is what I used to see my grandmother doing, okay? So with this jelly, then, even this one would have been taken, but now with the jelly, Then some water will have been added there. Then be given to somebody who is complaining of heartburn. Just as naturally as this, as easy as this, as so quickly as this one. And then this one will have been given to a child to drink it. And then you take a whole glass and that's it. You are done. Some of these natural remedies, which I do not know why we want to forget them, and I do not know why it will be easy for us probably to run for medication while we're surrounded by all these natural remedies. But there is something else that this one, I saw it from my mother. My mother used to like baking a lot, and this is baking soda. Complaining of heartburn, this is what she will have done. A teaspoon, like this, because baking soda, again, bicarbonate of soda, this is highly alkaline. And remember, whenever you have any heartburn, it will be due to the acidity of the stomach coming back to the esophagus. Now, like this one, again, you will have been given with easy. Bicarbonate of soda in water, you have your alkaline drink and done. You see, naturally, and it is found in most kitchens, but why wouldn't we not use this one whenever we experience heartburn? But there is also something else that one will have done. If you have heartburn, it means because of all those reasons that happen to the esophageal sphincter to open to the inside, then one thing that you will have done, it will have been to reduce the amount of carbohydrates taken with a meal. And this will have gone that way. It is like if you wanted to take a meal, you will have taken it with plenty of salads. Now, plenty of salads, I just want to serve the salads here and see the best way you will have taken your meal, whatever meal you want to take. But this is alkaline food. Now we want to make sure that at least we reduce the amount of the acid, but also not only reducing the amount, but we also want to manage the acidity. Now this is a meal, a complete meal, okay? At least it is more than half of your plate. Now this again is what you will have done. With little celery, you will have added some more few chopped leaves of celery, because celery also is highly alkaline. I've just added celery leaves and celery stalks. And there is something else that is highly alkaline, which is cucumber. 2 cucumber slices, like this one. Now, because I have my complete meal, this is a bowl of beans. Now with these beans, you take beans as a meal. Taking beans as a meal, it is like you will have decided to eat it from the bowl or to serve it on your plate. And this is very enough. So reducing the amount of carbohydrates, the place where I have put beans will have been any carbohydrates that you are taking. For example, if you decided to take a piece of cassava this way, it will not be a big problem. And if you decided to take any meal, call it githeri, call it mokimo, call it whatever food you have in your country, whatever starch you are eating, cassava, potato, yams, even ugali. But this little, if you reduce the amount of carbohydrates, because the end product of carbohydrates also is yielding a certain amount of acid, then it will have been much better, because now the problem will not, you are reducing the problem, and you are finishing it by taking more of the alkaline food. Probably 70 to 80% of the food that you take, if it will have been alkaline, then you will have reduced the problem of heartburn. But there are a lot of natural remedies that will have happened to you, will have happened. And here we have ginger. Ginger is also one of those things, okay? One of those things that are alkaline. Now, with this ginger, when you have heartburn, in that very moment, you will have just taken a piece, yeah? This one is clean. You will have taken a piece like this one, okay? And just put it in your mouth and then lick it. Then as you are licking it slowly, you see it is a little chillish, yeah? So by putting it in your mouth, because it is alkaline, it is neutralizing the acidity from the esophagus down to the stomach, and then it is also helping the esophageal sphincter not to react, to open from the stomach to return the content. But I still have something else. These are cinnamon barks. Cinnamon, as it is, cinnamon is highly alkaline. There are several ways you will have played with this cinnamon. Cinnamon, and you know that it is tasting sugar, it is sweet, okay? So with cinnamon, you will have chewed it. You have heartburn, so you are reaching out to the back of the cinnamon, and it is good if you chew it, because it is highly alkaline with alkaline minerals. You see, the moment you swallow the first content, you feel nice, and these are natural remedies. But there's another way you will have done with this cinnamon. You will have put this back inside warm water in a glass. Now, with this one inside the warm water, you leave it for a while, and it is absorbing, the water is absorbing the content, the alkaline content of this cinnamon, and you drink the water. So when this happens, it means you are also neutralizing the acid, because you need to assist the body, you need to assist the muscles of the esophageal sphincter, you need to clear the acid from the esophagus, you need to strengthen it, and you just use whatever natural methods that are available, especially the ones that are not processed. That is why I preferred the bark than the powder, you see, especially the ones that are not processed, like the cucumbers, the ones that are not even peeled. So you get more than just neutralizing it, because these things have plenty of phytochemicals, but they also have the alkaline minerals, and they are assisting. So this is what you'll have done. And another alternative, for example, you do not have the bark, you will have used the powder. But there is yet another thing. There is yet another thing, and all these are natural remedies to aid in heartburn. These are pineapples. These cubes are pineapples, and pineapples taken when you are suffering from a heartburn will have assisted right there. You see, you take something, it is natural, it is available, it is in season, and very quickly you get relief. Okay? Now this one, you can also add the cinnamon powder. Yeah, you can add the cinnamon powder, but it is not necessary. I'm not going to add any honey. It is just the pineapple as it is, because pineapple juice is extremely very good when it comes to heartburn. Done. Inside this juice, if you added garlic, it will have been, ginger, it will have been okay. If you added celery, again, it will have been okay. And this one, you will have sorted out the issue of heartburn. And then after that, work on your lifestyle. Work on your lifestyle. You see, this one, pure, only water inside, no honey, no nothing, but it is naturally available, naturally, locally made, and it is nice, very nice. And yet, it will have sorted out the issue of this heartburn. I will just take a little bit more. It is not that I have heartburn, but it is nice. Okay? What will you have done to sort out this issue for once and for all? Hydrate your body. Eat more of alkaline food. And then make sure that whatever you eat, you have enough raw, fresh vegetable salad, plus that little thing that you're eating. From the age of 25 and above, if you ate more of the natural food grown raw, and it is raw, and hydrated your body, and made sure that you avoided all those things that have issues with the reflux, then you'll have sorted out the problem and permanently. All these are good things naturally. And remember, today we were dealing with heartburn. May you be blessed as you enjoy the natural remedies for the most challenges that we have. Thank you very much.
Excess weight increases the pressure on the stomach, increasing the chance of acid reflux into the esophagus. Avoid foods that trigger heartburn. Decrease the amount of food you eat. If you're experiencing heartburn at night, elevating the head of the bed will decrease reflux. Dr. Fesaha Tsegaye, a public health specialist, is here to give you more tips on how to manage your heartburn.
Let us do a summary on today's topic of discussion, heartburn. My name is Dr. Fesaha Tsegaye, a medical doctor and a public health specialist. Heartburn affects not the heart, but the esophagus. That is the tube leading from the mouth to the stomach. Heartburn occurs when powerful acids inside the stomach splash upward into the esophagus. It's also known as dyspepsia or acid indigestion. Develop dietary patterns. A full stomach can put extra pressure on the lower esophageal sphincter. You may try eating 6 smaller meals each day instead of 3 large ones. Or you can try having your larger meal earlier in the day and have a light meal for supper. Avoid late night snacking. Eating less and more slowly are the best ways to stop the heartburn. Quit smoking. Smoking leads to more heartburn in several ways. Smoking reduces saliva production. Saliva is naturally alkaline, so it can help neutralize stomach acid. Smoking can weaken and relax the lower esophageal sphincter. The lower esophageal sphincter is the regulator at the junction between esophagus and stomach. If the lower esophageal sphincter is not working properly or relaxed inappropriately, stomach contents can reflux up into the esophagus. The stomach acid and food can irritate the esophagus, causing heartburn. Smokers are prone to coughing, which increases abdominal pressure and can lead to heartburn. Exposure to secondhand smoke is also linked to heartburn, so you should avoid places where people smoke. Alcoholic beverages, including beer, wine, and distilled spirits, can trigger heartburn. Alcohol increases the amount of acid the stomach produces and relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter. Drink plenty of water, which helps with digestion. However, drinking too much water at one time increases the volume of stomach contents and can worsen heartburn symptoms. It is better to drink smaller amounts of water throughout the day rather than large amounts of less often. Another trick is to drink a glass of lukewarm water after a meal to dilute and flush out stomach acid. Manage your weight. Excess weight on the abdomen, whether due to belly fat or being pregnant, increases abdominal pressure, which can push stomach contents up into the esophagus. The good news is that for many people, a decrease of as little as 10% of their body weight can reduce symptoms of their heartburn.
The first step, as it is so often, is basic lifestyle changes. Stop smoking, lose weight, and watch what you eat. If these interventions do not fully alleviate heartburn symptoms, then the addition of medications that decrease heartburn or prevent it altogether under the guidance of your healthcare professional should allow you to control your heartburn. Additionally, avoiding spicy and acidic foods as well as alcohol, coffee, tea, and carbonated drinks can help keep acid reflux at bay. Thank you for staying tuned up to this point. Tune in for the next episode of Health and Flavour to learn more natural remedies to lifestyle diseases. My name is Joanna Mambia.